Hey, it's Sandra. Welcome to another episode of Asexualise. My Asexualite is supposed to be for education about asexuality, all things asexual. I share my asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. So subscribe and hit the bell icon. So you might know that my throat is very croaky. I'm not too well at the moment. I didn't think I was going to stream tonight, but I've decided that I wanted to. So I came across a guy on Facebook dating over the last couple of days, and I learnt something, and I've been doing a lot of work on myself and watching a lot of videos about narcissistic people, abusive people, about childhood traumas, childhood wounds, and it's really been insightful look into my past history and my present time, and I understood some really deep insights which I didn't get before. So in our childhoods, in our previous relationships, we might have had trauma, and we might have had neglect. We might have had our needs not being met. We might have had scenarios where our needs were made to feel not important. People were ignoring our needs. Were made to feel that we weren't supposed to have any needs, and that the needs of others always come first before our own. That our opinion doesn't matter, that whatever we say or do is wrong, and there's no way of winning. And so we might have a lot of difficulties recognizing that we have needs of our own and putting those needs first and understanding how important it is to get our own needs met in a relationship, in a friendship, or even in a business scenario. So it's been very insightful, this journey. I do a lot of development work so I can help you on this channel and my Asexualized dating channel, as well as help myself in my own life. And I'm really understanding now that there's a big difference between what we want in a relationship or friendship and what we need. And so this also is the same thing in a dating scenario. So I'm going to give you an example of this so that you can understand it. So, for example, we may find someone in our life for a potential relationship. We like the way this person looks. We may even like some of their personality. We may share a hobby or interest that's really important to us. So we kind of feel drawn to that person, close to that person, like they're meant to be in our life. And maybe we put them on a pedestal because we see that, oh, wow, this person is, chatting to me a lot, which I don't usually get chatted to that much. And this person looks really good. And I've got this thing in common with them. And I'm really enthusiastic about this thing. So if they like it, it makes me feel so great. Right. But this person, like I said, they may communicate with you a lot, but this person is laid back, wishy-washy, doesn't want to arrange anything to meet up, doesn't want to see you in person. All they want is something online. And after a while, they stop messaging you much, and they are very different to you. And you've got these needs, and one of them is your need for quality time with that person, your need for attention, your need to feel needed and wanted and loved and cherished and adored. And this person isn't that they're not conversing with you anymore. They're not arranging to meet up. And your idea of a friendship or relationship or dating scenario was that you meet up with this person. Think about a friendship, that you want to meet up with this person. The whole point you want to get some more friends is so you can meet someone in person, but they never want to meet up with you in person. And then they start getting other friends and they neglect you. And you, at first, you're like, oh, I understand they've got, other friends. That's fine. That's healthy, right? But then you understand that they're never arranging to meet up with you in person, which is something you want. They're not talking too much like they used to, which is against your need for quality time with them and your need for attention. And so they're not really conversing with you very much, and you're no longer getting your needs met. And maybe when you look deep in at the friendship or potential relationship dating scenario, you realize that they were never right for you in the first place. Now, if you were to understand how much and how important your needs matter, you might have noticed they're not compatible for you earlier on in that connection. And with me recently, there was a person in a dating scenario on Facebook dating. I don't know if I've still got the messages on there because we decided to part ways. Let me just kind of look at my phone. So basically, um, I really got on well with this person in messaging, right? This person came on and let me see if I can get deactivated conversations. I don't know if I can. Right. Usually there's deactivated conversations and deactivated conversations, but I can no longer see that. Oh, Facebook dating now has advanced preferences. If you didn't already know that. But yeah, it looks like I've already done that anyway because I've put strong preference. But anyway, so going back to this dating scenario, I was out there, I'm looking for deactivate conversation. So there is this person on Facebook dating, and they I don't think I can get it anymore. But basically they're on Facebook dating, and I got on well with them in message. They were a mixed race. They seem nice to talk to, and I like some things about them. So I like the fact that they messaged me a lot. I like the fact that they shared their day with me. They shared their interests with me. They shared what type of person they are. But as the conversations went on, there was a big difference between us, and as in what we like. We're total opposites. Like I like modern music. They like 60s music and old music. I like modern music. They're not really into modern music. They like horror and supernatural. I hate horror and supernatural. They read me, I don't, right? But you could say that these differences don't really matter so much because they're more kind of things that are not deal breakers, right? But as the conversation progressed, my needs were that I'm looking for friends. Obviously, I've still got my best friend, Andy. He's amazing. So irreplaceable. I want to let that be known, and some other friends as well I have. So I'm not looking to replace anyone because I appreciate what I've got. But like on Facebook dating, you can make friends, and it would be nice to have some more foreign friends, right? And so anyway, this guy didn't live near me. He lived at country, but he had a car, and he had 3 days off, and he did say, "Oh, I would love to come to your city sometime." So I said, "I don't meet any guy off the internet that I haven't video called with first." And he said, "Oh, that's fine. I'll video call you sometime." I said, "Well, it has to be prearranged." And then he's like, "I don't prearrange video calls. I'm spontaneous." And so this is when I first started seeing there's major problems with needs. And then he was saying that if he came to my city, he would literally just turn up, and either I'd drop everything for him or couldn't see him. Well, to me, that is not a healthy friendship, connection, or whatever. Two extremes like that, meaning I can only see him if I drop everything for him. And in his mind, it's fine because because he wasn't saying I had to see him then, because he's happy to do his own thing. But the two extremes are not healthy, not for me. And so he was saying that he just basically, if his cousin invites him out, then he just like hangs out. It's like it's a last minute arranged thing, and they just hang out together and stuff like this, right? Now, going back to my teen years, yeah, or younger than that, if I had a neighbor like two doors up the road, then yeah, we'd hang out at each other's places when we're nearby. But this guy doesn't even live near me. And so what I realized is this guy cannot fulfill my friendship needs. Like, even though there were some good things about him, I would feel like my friendship needs weren't being met, and I would not be happy about that. So it's by understanding that what I want, as in I'd like to have seen him, he was really good looking, we were attracted to each other because he did say opposites attract, and I wouldn't have minded spending time with him. I would have liked to spend some quality time with him, like actually being out, for example, with him, like going out to places with him and actually doing video calls with him. But what I actually wanted was not what he wanted. And although I found him really good looking and I got on well with him in messages and he did fulfill some of my needs like that, he couldn't fulfill the other ones. And I came to the realization that either I stayed in that situationship, if you like, or I got the hell out of there in a really polite way. And so because he had spent time messaging me, it wasn't just short messages, there was a succession of messages, and I like the way he texts me. But I'm not looking for a pen pal text only friendship. That's not what I'm looking for. I want to make, if I'm making new friends, I want to make it so that I can actually meet up with them sometimes and do video calls with them sometimes and go out with them. Right? Because I have enough kind of like online stuff to do. And I don't just want it to be online, because I've got enough of that, right? So I would like to meet some people in real life and go to places together. Sometimes I don't need it because I'm happy on my own. I can do things on my own, but this is my needs. And if you're coming from a situation in your life where you've grown up or gone through relationships or had some caregiver difficulties, like maybe you're a kid and maybe you went into foster care or you're adopted, or maybe one of your parents was alcoholic. Thank God my parents barely even drink, so I've not got that problem. But I'm just saying, some people have alcoholic parents, some people have drug addiction parents, some people's parents are divorced, some people's parents, like have like major stuff going on in their own life, that they neglect their child's needs, right? And the child has to like put their parents first or their caregivers first or whoever's in their life first, because maybe it's a dangerous situation for them to be in, and their parent might get violent or aggressive and stuff like this. They're using substances or alcohol. And also, like, they don't have to be doing anything like that to neglect your emotional needs or to neglect your physical needs or all this type of thing. And if you've had your needs neglected in any way and consistently and persistently over time, you don't even think you've got any needs. You ultimately always think, like, feel sorry for, if you're an empath, you would feel sorry for the other person if they've had difficulties in their life. You would think, oh, I really want to make this person happy in the friendship or relationship or dating scenario. And your focus and attention would be very much on pleasing them, on making them happy, making them comfortable, and enabling them to live the life they want, if you know what I mean. And you wouldn't even focus on yourself, because sometimes as children we're told, oh, it's selfish to focus on ourselves, it's selfish to want people to agree with us or to think the same way as us, and like, our needs are shoved down or they don't matter. And this can happen in abusive relationships, if you've been in abusive relationships before, or friendships, abusive friendships, so, or neglectful friendships, or neglectful relationships or dating scenarios. So all this stuff doesn't make you realize you've got needs and they matter. You think, oh, I'm not important, because if I think of my own needs, it's selfish. It's not selfish to think of your own needs. Like, why wouldn't you want to care for your own needs? Like, a baby's got needs that need taking care of, a child's got needs that need taking care of. Just because you're an adult doesn't mean to say you've not got needs. You're a human being with needs of your own. So rather than looking at something you want, so maybe there's a really good looking person or a really charismatic person or a really funny person, or you need someone in a certain way and they are giving you those things, but the rest of the things aren't matching your needs and they're making you feel neglected, making you feel like not happy, then you need to leave that situation. So although this guy was very good in messaging me and very nice, sharing his day with me, sharing what he's doing, what he likes, I found that very good. It's very safe and building trust. I didn't like the fact that he told me he's go with the flow guy, and he doesn't like to make any plans, and it's kind of all or nothing with him, one extreme to the other. This is not stable for me, it's not secure for me, it does not make me happy, and it does not match my needs, because I don't want an online pen pal. That's not what I'm after in my life. I want a genuine connection where I can meet up with a person, go out, have fun, you know what I'm saying? So I realized that although he might be what I want in terms of I like his looks, I like the fact I'm talking to a foreign guy, I like the age he is, I like the look he is, I like conversing with him messages, he can't actually match my main needs, which is a need of safety, security. He matches some safety needs, as in he helped to build trust with me in terms of messaging, but he can't make me feel safe or secure or valued if he can't even be bothered to arrange to meet up or video call me. That doesn't value my worth. That makes me feel devalued and like he doesn't really care and he's not bothered. He just wants a pen pal. That's not what I'm after, right? It doesn't mean to say other people aren't after that. There might be some people, I know some asexuals, they love pen pals. That's their ideal scenario. It's not mine. So what we need to do is recognize our own needs in life and separate them from what we want. It's the same with if I meet a really good looking guy, he's foreign, he's the age I like. If that guy cannot supply my emotional needs, if he cannot take care of my emotional needs, if he cannot nourish and cherish my emotional needs, and in fact, he's making my emotions worse, he's not the right guy for me. I might want him in the sense of, oh, he's really good looking. I want to kiss him. I like being around him. I like spending time with him. But if he's emotionally neglectful, doesn't like messaging very much, doesn't like scheduling quality time to spend with me, which quality time is my top love language, he's not suitable for me. So we need to get away from thinking, oh, this person's what I want, to thinking, can this person match my needs in reality? Even if this person might look good on paper, everyone might like this person, but if that person is not making you feel good about yourself, is not making you feel great, it's not helping you to live an even better life and enhancing your life, rather than it's sucking the life out of you, it's draining your energy, or it's making you feel down, depressed, or uncared for, unloved, neglected in any way, excuse me, then you have to leave, right? So we need to get away from what we want to actually what we need. Because if we don't get what we need, we will get it in some other way, or we will be upset and miserable. So there are people that will get what they need on a subconscious level. It might not be conscious, it might be subconscious. And some of the ways that people get their needs met is by control, manipulation to get what they want in a friendship or relationship or dating scenario. Because if that person's not giving them what they need, they will try to twist the person's mind to give them what they need. So rather than turning into a horrible person and trying to change someone to meet your needs, it's better to leave that person and find someone who naturally meets your needs because they have similar values to you. That guy on Facebook dating didn't have the same relationship values as me. He didn't have the same friendship values as me. So he wasn't any good for me, even though it doesn't mean to say he's a horrible person. I wrote a really nice message to him. But I'm not sure if it's on here. Because it would have been nice to have said, it would have been nice to, like, it would have been nice to have got that message because it was a really good message. So, but this was yesterday, which was like the 29th of August, and I don't think it's got August on here. So yeah. It's really weird with Facebook dating. It doesn't always show all the messages. We had a nice goodbye with each other anyway, so that was good. But I don't think I can find it. So yeah, because these are all going back to April. It's really weird how you can't actually see some of the messages sometimes. It's a shame because it was a really good message and I would like to have read it out, but it doesn't look like it's on here anymore. So yeah, because there's nothing from August. It's really weird. But yeah, so basically I just said that I explained that that I've been thinking about so this is the deactivate conversations, by the way, in Facebook Facebook dating, in case you didn't know. So these are all the activate conversations. So basically, how you get these up on Facebook dating, if you didn't already know, is you have to go to matches, and then you have to go to the little dots here, and then it will show deactivated conversations here, in case you're new to Facebook dating and didn't know about it. So, but yeah. So anyway, yeah, so basically I sent a nice message saying that I had time to think, but I'm not happy because I don't think we're going to be suitable to be friends, because I don't think you can match my friendship needs. And I explained that I'm not a go with the flow. I don't do casual friendships. I'm not a go with the flow type of person. I'm a serious person. And I'm looking for a friendship where, I can actually have prearranged. I'm looking for a person for friendship who likes to prearrange video calls with me, prearrange time to actually see me in person, and the all or nothing of coming to see me in my city, and either I'll drop everything for you or you won't see me. It's just not going to be healthy for me because it's two extremes. And so I need someone who's, in terms of friendship, who'll provide stability, intentionality. That means being intentional, and security. And I don't feel that with these things, and I'm a serious person. So, that's where I stand. That's my needs basically. And so therefore I don't think you can match my needs. I don't think you're going to be suitable for me to be friends with. So I did say that I'd had some really nice conversations with that person though. But that person did just accept it and agree to it and say, okay, good luck, thanks, bye, because he couldn't meet up with it. Right? He couldn't meet up to those needs. And so rather than trying to get someone to match your needs, or getting into a situation where your needs are not being met, but you're meeting the needs of the other person, it's better not to be in that situationship, whether it's a friendship, a dating scenario, or relationship. It's better to just leave and understand why you've left. Because, yeah, maybe I wanted him in terms of he looked good, he was great at messaging me, he was good at keeping in touch, he was great at sharing his day with me, and I really would have liked to have seen him, but he can't match my needs and what I want. He can't match the needs that I can match what I want, but not what I need. Not what I need. Do you understand? So if wants as in I just want that, and there's needs as in these are needs that I want, the actual needs that are fundamental to my health and well-being. So when we've been in traumatic situations, neglectful situations in the past, we haven't thought about our needs. We haven't focused on the needs. We haven't even thought, oh my God, I've got to take care of my needs. We've been thinking and focusing on everyone else but ourselves. So we have to retrain our brain to think, what do I actually need in a relationship? Never mind about what they look like. Obviously, with me, I need to have a clean shaven guy, because otherwise I can't kiss him. And I do need kissing in a relationship, for example. So that is a need. That's an innate need. If I find someone who's not into kissing, that's no good. I had a scenario where I did have feelings for a guy. And I do have some, but I'm not sure if it's like more friendship. I think it probably is. But anyway, they're not suitable for me. And this person I've known for a very long time, But when I actually got to know them even better, I realized they can't match my needs. Although I like them aesthetically, although I get on well with them, I've known them for a very long time. Relationship wise, they couldn't match my needs, because they, again, don't see the importance of actually arranging video calls and being on time for them and treating them seriously, and it was me putting in the time, energy, and effort to ask to video call with them, really. I mean, they did ask, but it's more because I wanted it rather than they wanted it. So I need to find someone who's going to pursue a relationship with me or situation with me, who's going to put as much time, energy, and effort as I do, and also value the type of friendship or relationship that I value. If your values are different in a friendship or relationship, it's not going to work. You can have differences in your interests, unless your interests go against that person's values. But if your values are not the same, it's not going to work. So I want you to think now back to your life about how you were treated in your childhood, growing up in school, if you were bullied. I want you to think about different friendships, connections, dating scenarios. And I want you to ask yourself, like, did I consider my own needs in that situation? And did I get them met? And I want you to know and understand and write down, like, what are my needs? Like, what do I need? So, for example, with me, I need quality time with a person, whether that's I'm talking about close friend or good friend, someone, like a new friend. I want to spend time with them rather than acquaintance at a social event, right? So, I want to have a good quality friend who wants to spend time with me. If they don't live with me, like, I would like them to do some online video calls. I'm not saying do it all the time because I'm actually really busy these days. So I don't need it all the time, but it would be good to do them and to hang out together sometimes. And also, you know, I need quality time, but my needs are I need them to reciprocate. Reciprocity means giving the same back. So I want equal time, energy, and effort put in, not just me doing all the work, because that feels like neglect, and not someone that I'm more invested in than them because that feels unequal and again, not reciprocated. And I want someone who's serious about friendships, relationship, or dating scenario. I want someone who's serious about things in life, not wishy-washy, not go with the flow, not not taking things seriously. I want someone who takes responsibility for their own life and their own actions and the way they treat people, not who blames everyone else for their problems. I want someone who takes ownership of their life. I want someone who wants to develop themselves and grow themselves into a better person. And I want someone who wants to work in a team with me. And that's what I put in the message as well to guy on Facebook dating, that friendship is a team. To have a good friendship, it requires teamwork and both people's needs to be met. But I don't think you can match my needs. So that is it. And a healthy friendship or relationship is when two people's needs are matched, or whoever is in the friendship with you or relationship, if it's multiple people. You need to both get your needs met, not just one person, or not just one person most of the time. It's not fair and it's not right or good. So don't think it's selfish to have your own needs met. If you don't get your own needs met, like I said, a lot of people will subconsciously try and get them met in other ways. Some people go and have affairs because their needs are not met in their primary relationship. And instead of leaving that primary relationship, they are and working on themselves to become a better person. They're literally going off and getting their needs met elsewhere. I don't agree with affairs. I think it's disgusting. I think they should split up with someone, but it's because their needs in some way aren't being met. So if we try to get our needs met in the first place in the best way possible, then it's good. Not There's no person that's going to be able to match all your needs all the time consistently, right? You've got to get your needs matched from somewhere else. So basically, if you love socializing, a person you're with won't want to socialize all the time. They might not like group social situations. They might only like it occasionally. They might only like one-to-one with you. But if you want to go out in a group, then you go out and socialize with other people in a group, but you need to get your needs matched. I'm an extrovert, so I do need some time out. But at the moment, I'm not feeling too good, so I need more time in. But I booked 7 movies this week. 7. It's National Cinema Day on Saturday. And I'd already booked 2 as well. One is given to me by YouTube High Five. I got a code and I'm watching that in the morning. And I got another one booked for Kids Club on Friday, and then 5 booked for National Cinema Day on Saturday. And as you can tell, I'm not very well. So it's quite hard to even do the stream tonight. But I wanted to take time out to tell you this because I think it's very important. There's so many of us neglect our own needs. We don't think about our own needs. And it can lead to a lot of problems down the road for me and you and the other person or people involved. So it's actually in a way more selfish not to think of our needs, because down the line it's going to cause confrontation, objection, conflict, and disharmony because we didn't actually think of our needs in the first place. So actually it's less selfish to think of our own needs first and foremost when looking for a friendship or a relationship. Because then if we get our needs matched, it'll be easier to work out difficulties and differences. But if none of our needs are being matched, or only a small minority of them are, we'll feel hard done by, resentful, maybe angry. We'll search elsewhere for what we really want, whilst keeping the other person in connection with us because we don't want to be alone, maybe. And so it's very unhealthy for you and for that other person. So it's less selfish to think of your own needs first when you're looking for the right friendship or right connection or right relationship with you. So always think about that. Instead of thinking needs are selfish, stop thinking they're selfish and thinking it's selfish not to know your own needs, not to own your own needs, and not to be honest about them. Anyway, I hope you found this video useful, helpful, insightful. If you have, pop a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an episode. Lots of love. Leave the comments below, and I'll see you soon next video live stream. Thank you. Love you. Bye.